volume down. Oh my, that was fast. We're already live. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Sorry. I am talking British. Hello. Welcome in. Hello.
We definitely weren't doing that behind stage.
It's usually you go British or you go Southern. Well, you're already Southern, so you don't really have to go too far, but that's usually what happens to me every time. So welcome. Okay, I see us on the phone, so I think you guys can see us as well. Hello. Oh my goodness, you guys, like, holy crud, you've been chatting in the chat. William Yeager, 3:35 p.m. William,
what did I miss?
He's like the first chat in StreamYard at 3:35 this afternoon.
Wow. Have you gone to the restroom, William?
That's some dedication there, William. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. And my lovely guest is the one and only Withering Woman, Arianna.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. We had the last we sold together, it was Easter. Yes, Easter.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too terribly long ago. Although I feel like it was forever ago, but it really wasn't. It was just a couple months ago. So I think we did a little switcheroo tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I have mostly like antique stuff, inspired by the Withering Cottage, and you have a lot of kitschy stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what I've not seen. Well, I know of a couple things that she has, but I don't know. It's all mysterious. So we shall find out together, and I cannot wait to see. Let's say hello to the friends, and then we will talk about how the sale is going to work tonight. Parmesan is snoozing back there, so we'll see if he joins us tonight either, or maybe Nikki will join in on the fun tonight, and they can meow meow to each other across the screen. Who knows what's going to happen? All right, let me go all the way. Well, I already said who was the first in the chat at 3:35 p.m. William is here. And then next I see is Dusty Moose. She's on the loose, and she's here with us. Hello, Dusty. Good to see you. Tracy is here with us. Hey, Tracy. And Miss Kim Willis is here. Welcome in. Heather Gibbs is here. Hello, Heather. Yes, wonderful Wednesday. Thank you, Karen. Karen is going to be our bid ender.
Thank you, Karen.
So you are looking for the cutesy daisy with the glasses on icon there. So that Karen's going to be doing our bid ending. And let's see, who else do I see? I see Lisa G. Hello, Lisa. Welcome in.
Lisa.
And Nikki Moss. Hello, Nikki. Good to see you as well. And Mama Kathleen. Yay. Yay. Haley. I hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here with us tonight. And there's my mom, Mama Pam. Hello, Mom. Good to see you. We refreshed our antique booth yesterday.
It looks so good.
Thank you. Nothing makes time fly by quicker than thinking that you're only there for like an hour, but in reality, it's like almost 3. Right? Flip things around and move stuff and then add new things in. It's like time just flies by. We were quite shocked, and we shut the antique mall down again.
Did you?
Closed at 5 o'clock, and we were still there. I was like, Mom, it's like 3 minutes after 5. We got to go. And I don't think we left until like 5:15. So yeah, we shut it down.
That's good.
Who else is here? I'm scrolling. Everybody's just saying hello. Miss Deborah Williams, hello. Good to see you tonight. Spark Joy in Life is here.
I love that.
And Miss Sharon Spencer, hello. Welcome. Angela is here. Hello. Good to see you. Yutonia, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here. Chris has joined us tonight. Hi, Chris. KB is here. Howdy, KB. Good to see you. Linda. Hello, Jason's mom. Hello.
Hi.
No, Jason and Tina are on the beach in New Jersey, and Mama Linda is holding down the fort.
Good, so I can sell the pink
holding down the fort.
Or the pink Carol Gale Santa tonight. He'll never.
Yes. although I can't, I mean, Jason may pop in and ask if you're going to have a Harold Gale Santa for sale tonight. He may.
I need to have a sale that's nothing but pink Harold Gale Santas.
That would be epic if that was ever a thing. I feel like if that was going to be a thing, it would have to be with you and Barb together.
Yes.
To get that many pink. Well, she would have the Russian Santas in pink, and you would have the Harold Gales.
Right.
That would be
an
epic sale. Don Domain, welcome in. Good to see you. Brooke is here. Hey, Brooke. And Gnarly Jones, good to see you back in the chat. Thanks for coming tonight. Sandy B is here. Hey, Sandy. I'm scrolling. There is Tina. Hey, Tina. Tina from Iowa is joined us tonight. Not Mother Tucker's Tina. Another Tina. The other Tina. Yes. Ashley is here. Hey, Ashley. Good to see you tonight. Renee is here. Welcome, Renee. I'm just trying to not do repeats. And I think I've made it all the way to the bottom. If you are just joining us or you're in the Lurkers Lounge enjoying a beverage and a snack, you're always welcome to say hello. And if anybody has questions as we go along, don't hesitate to ask down in the chat. We do have a lot of helpful folks down there in the chat tonight if you have any questions as we go along. All right, so we're going to go over how the sale is going to work tonight. I know most of you are very familiar with this. You've heard it hundreds and hundreds of times, but we'll go over it one more time just in case we have anybody new joining us tonight. And then I'll have, we'll talk about when we're going to do our invoicing and all that stuff after we go over the rules. Okay. First, I know last night during Arianna's sale, there was quite the bad lag. And there's always a lag, unfortunately, here on the tube. We cannot make it go away completely. But you can exit out of YouTube completely to refresh. The easier way that you can do that, if you touch the top of the screen on a phone or a tablet, you can find a little gear wheel icon. If you tap onto that, you can find the playback speed. If you hit 2 times on that playback speed, then it will get you caught up automatically with that lag. And if you are lagging behind, we're going to sound weird. We're going to sound like chipmunks until you're caught up with us again. If you're watching on the computer, it is going to be a little slower than watching on a mobile device, but you can find the gear wheel icon in the lower right-hand corner for that playback speed. So do that as often as possible, especially if you do plan to bid on anything. Do that gear wheel icon right before you put in any kind of bids. That'll make sure you're at the most current point that you can be before you start bidding. All right. We are doing offer ups tonight. So that is the auction style. We'll give you a starting price. I'll highlight it here on the screen. And as we are talking about the item, we'll give you any kind of knowledge. Make sure to give you measurements. Know any kind of issues, repairs or chips or anything like that that the item may have. As with tonight, any kind of antique or vintage items have had a life. So keep that in mind if you do plan to bid, but we do our best to show everything to you here live on the screen. We will continue to talk about the item. I will highlight any bids as they come in to StreamYard. I'll highlight them on the screen. And we'll do a 20-second countdown tonight to account for the crazy lag. Hopefully that is enough time to get any bids in there. And the highest bid that we see come into StreamYard will be the winner before Karen Gillette's bid end. So you are looking for Karen there for the bid ending. So the highest bid we see come in before Karen's bid end will be the winner. We are doing the just in cases here tonight. So I know Arianna doesn't do just in case on her channel, but she graciously does them when she comes over to my channel to be a guest. So if you're not familiar with how it works, it's just easiest to watch it play out. And if you don't want to use it just in case, you do not have to, but it is available for those that would like to use it. All that we ask is that you're an active bidder, that you've put in at least one straight bid on the current item. Then you're welcome to put in the just in case bids into the chat during the countdown. The just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. So let's say the item's at $20, but you're willing to go up to $50. You've got your $20 bid in there, and you can type in JIC50 down in the chat during the countdown. And then if your just in case bid is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Keep in mind, though, if there's multiple just in case bids that come in before the bid end, those do turn into regular bids. And this is important, especially if you're a new buyer to either one of us. We do need an email with some information sent to us. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know when you send the email that you need a guest checkout. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to your invoice, and then you can check out with any debit, credit, Apple Pay, Venmo, or PayPal. And keep in mind, once we do send those invoices out, payment is within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. And right now, our invoices are up here on the screen. And just make sure with Arianna's email that you include the dots in there. The dot, withering dot.
I shouldn't have done that.
I know if you just type out the Withering Cottage, it's going to kick it back to you because it's not a valid email address. So make sure you get the dots in there. You can send us a joint email if that's easier for you. Send it both to us at the same time. That's totally fine. So shipping, keep in mind, is not included with your winning item price. That is additional. We do both use Buy Ship to get the discounted shipping rates versus that full retail that you would pay at the post office. So you guys pay exactly what we do. We pass that savings rate on to you guys. And how we calculate the shipping and why we need your shipping address, that's how we calculate what your shipping cost is going to be from your zip code to our zip code, the weight and the size of your package. We do have shipping available to anywhere in the U.S. Unfortunately, right now, because of the Canada Post strike situation, I have read, keeping up on the situation there, and Karen is doing a great job keeping me informed as well, that although they have resumed shipping in country, some workers are still refusing to work or work overtime. So there's still a possibility that packages might get held or sent back or not delivered at all. So we're just giving a little bit of time to not have a backlog and get things open up and being delivered safely again before we do that shipping. All right. So I think we're going to talk about when we're going to do our invoicing this week and anything else coming up. So I ship from Michigan, and I'm going to be doing my invoicing on Friday this week. I do have another sale tomorrow night here on my channel with Misty. She is joining me for Fantastic Finds at 7 p.m. Eastern, filling in for Jason this week. So if you guys come over and shop with me tomorrow night, I will combine ship for you. And I think that's it for me.
And I am also shipping on Wednesday, combining invoices from my Tuesday night lifestyle. So if you purchase from me Tuesday, I will be combining shipping with anything you may or may not purchase tonight. And then I ship from the Bodums of Georgia. Y'all.
All right. Okay. I did see a couple more people pop in the chat while I was running my mouth. I did see Miss Debbie G. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you tonight. And I saw B. Castro popped in there. Hello. And Miss Ruthie B. Hello, Ruthie. Ruthie can also help out in the chat tonight. Thank you, Ruthie. Appreciate that. I haven't seen Kim tonight. I think Kim had something going on tonight, if I remember correctly. But all right. Miss Arianna, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm just now realizing I accidentally brought 13 items, so I have to figure out which one I like the least.
Do you want me to grab something else?
You don't have to.
I can.
I'm gonna start with a.
I can, because I had to like decide. So I can grab an extra thing if you want me to.
I'm gonna start with a good old-fashioned choice. I'm not a glass girly, but
all right.
I'm not a glass girly, but I found these over the weekend, and I thought they were so pretty, and I just jazzed them up just a little. I'm going to do choice starting at 18, and they are Gibson glass flower baskets, But for me, what I loved was the color. The handle's that like beautiful jadeite color, and then it's an ombre, light pink, and it's almost like a light mixed with that jadeite color. And then I just added one of these little bird's nest ephemera holders, and then on the top I put a very large Victorian die cut on this one. And now I do have a choice. So there's two of them. They are similar, but the only thing that's different is the die cut on the top. So I have a bigger one and a smaller die cut. There's the Victorian die cut on top of this one. And none of this is permanent. I'll deconstruct it a little bit for you. And this one I'm noticing is a little more concentrated on the bottom with that purple pink color. But that's what they look like if they were just like sitting in a centerpiece or on your mantle for spring/summer. But when you take it out, look at how pretty this color is.
Does the handle glow, dear?
You know what? I didn't check. Should it? It does not. But it is by Gibson glass. And I'm not usually drawn to these glass baskets, but like I said, this color, and it's in such beautiful condition.
I haven't seen these before either, Catherine. I don't know.
They're so classic looking. So all I did was I took the beautiful Gibson little glass flower, took one of these vintage little lace doilies, and then these just fit perfectly right in the front, and they stand up by themselves. But also, they do stand up, these little ephemera holders. They're place card holders, actually. So you can use those not in the baskets if you didn't want to put them in the basket. But the basket itself is, from bottom to top of handle, is just about 5 1/4 inches. And then you can see the little eggs in the nest. I thought they were so cute for spring. And these are the older die cuts. They are Victorian. And then they just, it's like a fork.
So the bird's nest had the little holder in it already?
Mm-hmm. I believe the bird's nest is from Pottery Barn. And then it just holds any ephemera you wanted to. So you could switch that out super easy too.
They go perfect in there.
I am going to start the countdown on choice. I know I'm flipped the right way. What is happening?
I know everything's right in the world. The bunny is on the right side.
I know.
Oh, good.
Now I feel weird. What are we counting down from?
20.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bird's nest and glass basket bid end.
Ooh, that's a long bid end.
It is a bit long bid end.
All right, we will do a recap at the end. And you know what we forgot to talk about?
Giveaways.
We forgot to talk about that we're doing giveaways tonight. Yeah, we forgot. Do you want to show the things that you're giving away?
Sure. So I'm doing 2 giveaways, 3 things in each giveaway. One is this really fun summer gnome.
Oh my gosh. He's got a pool floaty.
On his unicorn pool floaty. You're also getting this watermelon travel tumbler with a handle on it for your summer needs. And then you're also getting a pair of Daisy sunglasses. And then the second one's almost exactly the same, except for you get a different gnome. This guy's surfing. But you get the same watermelon and Daisy sunglasses. They're modern, but they were so cute.
They were cute. The ones that you had last night were cute too. And then, so these are for purchases.
Yes.
Right? So if anybody that purchases tonight will get entered in to win the giveaways. I have 2 as well. And they're pretty similar. I don't know what made me put these things together, but I have a tally card fan with this lovely lady sitting in a tree, like you do. And it's coming with this black rhinestone bow brooch. I thought it pulled out the black in the fan pretty good. So that's the first thing. And then similar, but not exactly the same. I have another tally card, and this one has like a little gal swinging with the moon, and then I'm including this little, this is a really old brooch here. It does have kind of a just a C clasp on it with simple rhinestones. So that's the second one. All right, so that's our giveaways for this evening. All right, it is my turn, and we will do a recap at the end. All right, and welcome in everybody that's just joining in. Thanks for being here. All right, my first item is,
Amie, are these subtle?
I like those. I do. I like those. Why am I blurry all of a sudden? Weird. Okay. All right. Hello, Leslie. Welcome in. Okay. My first item is going to start at 16. And here is my first item for the evening. Again, a lot of the stuff I have been picking up for months in preparation of us having a sale. I just pick up things and they just remind me. I don't know. They just make me think.
I love that.
Arianna, so I picked them up and I absolutely love this. This is a little wall clip. It is brass and it is relatively good condition. There's a little bit of wear on the paint. See, right in here, there's a little spot of that green that's missing in there. And there's a little bit of wear on the paint. I did see that these came in several different colorways as far as the butterfly is painted. It's manufactured by Allied Brass Company. It is stamped right back there on the back side. And a big old hole in there so you can hang whatever your heart desires. I'm going to pull something over, although this is not coming with anything, but I do have some things tonight for some inspiration, postcards, you know, photographs, whatever. I don't usually see these kind of clips, and I do know that Allied Brass also made that one that's on the, it kind of has multiple clips on it that go around.
Love clips.
The hand ones, and then they also did butterflies like this too. I've never seen one of those out in the wild, and I think I've only seen the hand one time, and they can get pretty pricey. So this measures 4 inches long and about 2.5 at the wingspan there. All right. So I see Pushing Up Daisies is in at 16. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 17 or more. I am going to count it down, and we're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And gloves look great clipped in these too. Or a purse handle, whatever you want to use it for. All right, see that just in case from Pushing Up Daisies. All right, and there's the butterfly bid end. All right, Pushing Up Daisies, congratulations, it's yours. Thank you so much. All right,
I also am going to do just like a small little quick one. These are going to start at $12 for the pair. And y'all knew you'd be lying if you did not say that these reminded you of Ephemera Amie. Look at how cute this pair of
are those pixies?
They're pot holders.
Oh my gosh.
I think that they are pixies just because the hats and the little like ear swoopies, but they are so cute. They're pink and hand embroidered. I do have them in plastic sleeves for their protection, but I will take them out to show you. But they're just these adorable vintage little pot holders. They do have a spot up top where you can hang them. She looks so over it. She's just over it.
Love those.
I love the little pixie hat. They're very clean. I even feel as though they've been like starched because they are just sturdy and ready to go. But I saw these and I instantly thought, Amie, I need to bring these to Amie's sale. They're so kitschy and so incredibly cute. Here's the second one.
And pink.
And pink. Are they coming across pink?
Yeah.
Because they are so pink in person. Like, they're very pink in person. But I had to get them. They were so, so cute. They are, in case you just need to know the size of your pot holders, they're 6 inches. 6 inches. But I'm going to start the countdown on them. I love these. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 20, so long, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end.
I think your mom could do a bang up job at making some pixie pot holders.
Mom, make some pixie pot holders, please.
You can do some more shishiko or sashimi is what she said.
When I read that, I was
like, that's sushi, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Looks like Brooke had the high bid at 15, but KB had that just in case. So KB is your winner at 16.
Thank you so much, KB, and you are going in for the win.
I tried that one time. I went to, it was called Craft Camp.
You went to,
I don't know, probably 10 years ago.
One time at Craft Camp?
This one time at Craft Camp? No, really, it was like 3 days of crafting, nonstop camping out in the wilderness. It was awesome. And that was one of the classes was teaching that. And I completed something, but like, it's very hard. It's very hard to do all that. Because it's supposed to be like very, I don't know, pattern oriented with it, not just stitching. So it's very hard to, anyway. It's not my cup of tea, that's for sure. All right, I do have a antique ephemera lot. So you're going to get all 3 of these things together. One thing I just found, and the other 2 I have been saving for quite a while. So here's the first thing. Now these all have a little bit of issue to them. They're not perfect condition, and that's why I'm pairing them together. All right, so the first thing is this postcard, and it does have a lovely fairy lady featured here. Come on, camera. My camera just does not want to cooperate today. And it is foiled on the background, so it has some gold foiling. Now you can see that this corner has got a little bit of issue to it, but my gosh, I love the subject matter of this postcard. There it is. I finally got focused here, so you can see all the details. And then there's butterflies and bugs going along the edging here, and she's got a little butterfly. I love the antenna that she's got going on. A big ruffly dress. It does not have a postmark on here, but it is dated 1909 here on the back, and looks like it was sent to Brooklyn, New York. This is a German postcard, actually, by the way. So that's the first part. This might be my favorite, although I like both of the other ones too. But here is the second one, and this is this butterfly lady card. I did see that the same lady was also produced in a calendar piece, but this is actually a card, and this is a tux card. Familiar with postcards, but and it says to Frida from Anna or Elma on the back. So the issue with this one, she is missing one of her shoes down here at the bottom. And pushing up daisies, and Tammy, I see you. Thank you so much. But I loved this. I absolutely love this. It says, "My heart would be thy resting place, thy sanctuary true. I'd hold thee in my soul's embrace, thy lifelong journey through." Very cool subject matter on this. This measures 6.5 by 6 1/4, so it's a fairly large card. And then this one is just spectacular. And from the same person, so it was to Frida, same handwriting as the other card. Okay. And this one does open up. So this one has spider webs all over it. I absolutely love this card. Now, the issue with this one, it's missing part of the web that would be on this side, but it opens up. It says, "My dream of love." So this one opens up into a scene. And you can see at the top, there's some little birdies perched up there, but that's where there's a little missing spot of the web on both of the corners here. It's missing some of the spider web, but I've never found a piece of ephemera with spider webs on it. And then it has like a little scene of a farm there in the back. So I do believe this is supposed to be a Valentine. When it's opened all the way up, it's 10 inches and then 6 3/4. So I'm an ephemera weirdo, so I absolutely loved these things the second I saw. I actually got this at the Midwest Holiday Show. There's a lady that has a whole table of Halloween postcards, but then she's got some other ones. She has a whole box of fantasy postcards. So I spent a good 20 minutes going through her ephemera because it's all fantastic. So that is the lot that you're going to get. Catherine, I see you at 25. Thank you so much. And let's count it down. We're looking for 26 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Mama Pam's not a real big fan of me digging through ephemera, but I find some good stuff when I take the time to dig.
Oh, because it takes you a minute?
Because it takes me forever.
Yeah.
I can literally go through piles of ephemera for hours and hours. Okay. So pushing up daisies, I see her 32. I see her just in case of 46. Tammy Dillard had a just in case of 58. There is Karen's bid end, and unfortunately, the 59 did come in after Karen's bid end. So Tammy Dillard for 47. Congratulations. It's a very cool lot. Thank you so very much. All right.
All right. My next, I have a lot for you. It's like if me and Amy had a child, this would be what our child would look like. There's a lot of little components here, so I'm going to start it at 30, and I hope you can see why. So the first item of this is, I really wanted to keep this. It is this amazing, oh gosh, Bryum's chocolate box. And I tied it up with a pink bow, but I'm going to put the bow on so you can see it. It's so.
Are those squirrels playing banjos on a tree?
There's all sorts of stuff. Squirrels playing banjos on a tree with mushrooms.
Oh my gosh.
This mama bunny sewing her baby bunny's costume. There is a bunny riding a goose. A pig playing a flute. A frog playing a guitar. A dog band. A sheep singing by the moon, and a mouse smoking a pipe. And I just love this. And it was for fresh candies from Quality of Distinction, Bryum's Ice Cream and Candies. And they were in Boston, Suburban, Alston, and Winchester. But this box, there's nothing in the box, okay? But this is an amazing box. Do you see the box? I love this box. All right, so that's the first thing. And I'm going to tie the bow back up because it just needed a bow. And then did you see the front label too? It's like embossed. It's so cool. Okay, so that's the first item. And then to go with it, I made a little me and Amy child assemblage. So I thought the colors and everything with the whimsy of this, it just went really cute with it. So here, so you're getting this, but you're also getting this little teacup display that I made. Now I didn't glue anything in here, so everything can come out. So I'll show you in pieces. The first item is this teeny tiny chenille kitty cat.
That's a Danish little chenille cat
with glass eyes and whiskers.
I have a deer like that.
And then it's pretty cute. You're getting the same kind of, but it's a puppy dog in a basket.
Oh my gosh.
And then also in here, you are getting an early German with human hair. Sorry, it creeps you out. Little jointed doll. She is about 3 inches tall. So her arms are jointed and her legs are jointed. And she is German. And she does have human hair. And then you're also getting, I thought the colors around the edge of this teacup were so lovely. It's by Ruiz. Couldn't even tell you. But the way that it's made and the handle, it sits perfectly flat on a table. And then I found this vintage little bundle of beets. And that's the little backdrop. And then I had the little dolly in there. And it does sit flat, like I said, on a table. And then I gave her the little basket with the puppy, and then also the little kitty cat. But nothing's glued. I didn't want to glue it. I wanted you to be able to use it how you wanted to. And then you're also getting the amazing
colors like that are in the teacup assemblage go perfectly with the box.
That's why they ended up together. They just needed
our baby's pretty special. I love it.
It's so cute. But and the cat and the dog and the dolly. I love it all. And I love the teacup. I love it all. But we are going to start the countdown, and the little animals are in such good condition. They really are. But we're going to start it at 20. Hi, Roberta. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Look at her peeking out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. I love this chocolate blocks. It's so cute. I saw that cat. I had the dog first, and I thought of you. And then I saw the cat, and then I really thought of you.
That's really cute. All right. Karen's bid end is in there. MJ did have it just in case of 68, but Miss Roberta put that power bid in there. So Roberta is your winner.
Thank you so much, Roberta.
Congrats, Roberta.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. I love that. I love. Okay. This was something I actually just picked this up over the weekend. And I usually do not pick up hand mirrors, truth be told, but I absolutely loved the back of this. Now, before I show it to you, we'll have some inception going on here. So it is a beveled mirror, all right, in good condition. There's one little spot of discoloration down in that corner, but otherwise it's in good shape. All right, and we'll go down to the handle first. And I do believe that this is silver plate. There's no markings on it at all. I did find a couple examples of this polished, all right, but I really liked the wear and tear on it. Very nice Nouveau style flower and everything. So then we'll switch it to the back side. I loved the image on this mirror. Now, even I can't quite tell, although I could see a little bit more on the polished versions of this. It kind of looks like it's a fairy. Although I do believe it's just a lady with draped fabric in the back. But even the vendor, when I was like, I can't tell if it's a fancy lady or she actually has wings going on back there, I think it's up for interpretation. I actually see that there's fairy wings in there, but I think it is just supposed to be a really lovely Nouveau lady. And there it is on the backside. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I'll hold it this way so you can really get, and it's very three-dimensional. There's wear in all the right places where it's supposed to be, so it was definitely used. The only thing like kind of notable issue that I would say is like the metal is starting, there's a little crack right here, and it's just a little separated right in there, but it doesn't affect the integrity of anything. You can see it like kind of right in here. There's just like a little crack right there, but the rest of it is in very good condition, I would say, and I love how it is worn. I think I like it better like this rather it being all polished up. Let me get caught up in the chat. Right now I see Christine. Hello, Christine. Good to see you. Is in at 30. Thank you so much. So measurement for the mirror, it is 9 inches long, and the mirror part is 4.5 inches. And I didn't measure it the width ways. I did not do that. The mirror, it's about 2.5. So 2.5 this way and 4.5 that way, but 9 inches on the hand mirror itself. I wish there was a brush. Sadly, she didn't have a brush or anything else that matched with this, but I really liked it. And I think maybe brush, this might be the very first mirror that I have brought to a live sale. I can't think of one. that I've actually picked up besides that. Not even a cutesy, kitschy one. I think this is the first one. But Christine has got the high bid right now at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more. I am going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I know. Well, yes. In lieu of Jason, I'll say Mira.
Mira.
Mira. Mirra. All right. I see some just in cases rolling in there. All right. Hello, Roxanne. Welcome in. All right. There is the fleur-de-lis bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right. So let me go backwards here. All right. So it looks like Heather had a just in case of 44. Then I see Christine had a just in case of 45. Tracy had a straight bid of 46, but Miss Tammy D had a just in case of 49. So Tammy, it is yours for 47. Thank you so much.
Yay! Amy, tell me, should I go big or small?
Ooh, big. Go big.
Big. Okay, y'all are going to have to bear with me because I don't know what I've gotten myself into trying to sell this in a live sale. It's going to be very difficult, but I will do my best. This has taken some time to put together in preparation of the sale, so I hope you like it. Okay. I didn't make it per se, but this is going to start at $45, and I will inevitably, why can I not say that word? Amy, say it.
What?
Say that word, inevitably.
Inevitably?
Yeah, that. I'm going to drop something, but I'll try my very best not to. So starting at $45, I am selling this in its entirety, and I can ship it. I can.
What?
It is an entire printer's trinket tray full of nothing but cats.
Wow.
And of my sweet friend, you name her Amy. So
know.
It's going to be so hard to show you. But every little area is full of some sort of cat figurine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it. I'm going to let them fall, and then I'll show you some of my favorites. So there's some more modern because, but a lot of them are vintage. Look at this little bone china one. It looks like what's the gentleman that made these, Amy?
Hagen Reneker?
Yeah, this looks like a Hagen Reneker. Quite a few of them do, actually. And then we have this one. Now, this little kitty cat does have a broated tail, but you can't see it on the tray. You have this little one. These are all the ones I've shown so far are ceramic. Look at this little one playing with its yarn ball. So altogether, there's got to be at least, oh gosh, I don't even know how many cats. I just filled all the little pockets. There's some pewter ones.
Okay, wait. So did you find it with all the cats, or did you collect all the cats to fill?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
This one is made out of stone. But I thought it's your little start of your cat collection. And look at how cute this one is.
Oh my gosh, it's playing a little instrument.
There's its brother too, right here. And then there's this one, I believe is also made out of stone. And then we've got some pewter ones. This one's on like a seesaw. We have another little stone cat. And it just keeps going and going. I just can't possibly show you all the cats. Look at this little one. This little glass one.
Oh, it looks like it's a yeah, that's a word I can't say.
Swarovski. Here's a little brass one. And another glass one. There's tons of cats, but I had to do it for Amy. I had to. Oh, look at this one with the cat creamer.
It's the whole kit and caboodle.
This one says Bughouse, Japan. But yes, it is the whole kitchen caboodle. All the cats you could need. But I'm going to start the countdown. I'm not going to count them, but you get a lot.
Did you measure how big the shelf is?
No, I didn't. That would make too much sense, Amy. I don't have common sense. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 inches. Oh, but it's so fun.
That's awesome. I love that.
But I'm going to start the countdown. You get everything you see. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cat bit end. Look at this one.
Kind of a cross-eyed Siamese.
So many cats.
All right, bit end is in there from Karen. All right, MJ, I saw your just in case, but MJ, you didn't need it. Meow, meow.
Thank you so much, MJ.
I love that. Instant cat collection. I still have my miniatures from when I was a kid. I love to collect those little bone china miniatures. Anywhere that we traveled to, any gift shop, that's what I picked out. Was all the critters. I still have them. I don't have a shadow box anymore though. I should really get. I want to get one of those little printer trays, but not quite that large, like a smaller version. Yeah. Okay. My next item is going to be ceramic. This might be the. I don't know. This might be the kitschiest thing that I have tonight, although I don't know. It's not super kitschy. But I'd never run across one of these in the wild before. And this came all the way from Wisconsin. It came all the way back from me. And it is a little Bisque ceramic, little fairy planter. Now, I do not know the maker on this. It is just stamped made in Japan on the bottom. I do not know specifically a manufacturer for this. But I do know that there are different colorways of this. Let's see if a piece of paper helps. Let's see if that helps. A little bit. There we go. So she is all Bisque ceramic. Now, the only thing that is painted with like shine on it are her wings. Hopefully that's coming across. There's a little bit of shine that they applied to the wings, but everything else is just Bisque. All right. And there's no chips, no repairs on her at all. She's really good condition. I did see that besides different colorways, there's also like a coordinating planter. So there's one in kind of like the opposite facing way and a little bit different pose of her. But her little flower planter is kind of blue, airbrushed blue, and then it has kind of like little spines on it that are painted gold shoes, and then her wings are that blue again, fading into yellow, little pink dress, and then on the top of her head, you tip it. She does have some little gold antenna sticking out of her hat. I'll turn it around to the back side. Here she is. So the little dots did not continue onto the backside, but you can see that the shine there on the wings on the back. So no chips, no repairs on her at all. I've never come across this planter in the wild, and from my research, I believe she's a little bit harder to come by. And what I could tell is that there were 4 different colors available for these. They usually did that with figurines or planters, stuff like that. There's a, they kind of did like a series of these, if you will. But it is nice and clean on the inside of the planter. I don't believe that there was ever a plant in there at one point of its life. I don't see like calcification or any weird staining or anything on the inside of there. So I don't think that she was ever used. Measurement for her, she is 4.5 by 4. So not a super large planter. She's kind of on the smaller side. I think that would look really cute on a vanity. Keep bobby pins in it or something like that.
Hat pins.
That's probably what I would use it for. What were you gonna say?
I said even hat pins if you put a little like
hat pins.
styrofoam in there.
Yeah, you could. Yep, totally. But we'll bring her back and we'll get Arianna started. We'll bring her back at the recap.
Okay, this is my favorite thing I brought to the sale. It's probably one of the smaller things, but it's my favorite. I just picked it up. I'm gonna start it at oh gosh, I'm gonna start it at $28 because I love it. I couldn't find an example of it, and surprisingly, it is a weather indicator. No clue how it works. Something to do with a little piece of a stick. I'm not sure, but I'm starting it at $28. And here it is. I think it was from the little bit of research I could do. I believe that it is German. And now it does have a little bit of information on the back as to how it works. It says weather indicator. If you set it to fun on a fine day, give the weather indicating outside. It is rainy, give is inside by turning knob on top. Having done so, it is the best on fresh air and never move it. It pre-indicates automatically fine or rain weather and the corresponding comes outside. So it is this little hook, wooden hook. It's so folky and primitive. I absolutely love it. It's completely handcrafted from wood. And then the knob here does turn.
Oh.
And I think that's kind of to train it at first. So if it rains, you turn them like you don't want to go outside. You want to stay inside. And then when it's a nice day, you turn it like this. And I think eventually this is like a branch off of a special tree that wilts when it's raining. So it will essentially turn inward on a rainy day. So you will know like not to go outside. And then it will go this way on a sunny day, like it's time to go outside and play. And these little wooden figurines, look at the detail.
So cute.
Oh, I just love it. And then this part here is made out of like, I mean, it's obviously all made out of wood, but this is made out of like a solid piece of branch. And then there is a little knob spot on the back to hang it. And then there's what's left of the instructions. And then you can put your little keys or whatever you want on the little hooks. I fell in love with this. I love this so much. And it seems to be in working condition. So absolutely adorable. Look at her little umbrella. So cute. But I'm going to start the countdown on this. It's just a tiny treasure, but it's so cute to me. It's at the tallest point, it's about 4 3/4 inches. But I'm going to start the countdown at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. It's so stinking cute.
All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. So Roberta had a straight bid of 45, but Dusty Moose had a just in case of 50. So Dusty, it's yours for 46.
Thank you so much, Dusty.
Congratulations. I want to see that working. I want to see one of those work.
I know. I did try to look it up. Couldn't find an example like that one. So I'm not sure.
Okay, what do I have next? Oh, I have a tin.
A tin?
A tin. I do love me some candy tins or candy boxes. Tins in general, I'm here for it, especially if the subject matter is fantastic. I knew this tin existed. I have never run across one in the wild, and it's pretty spectacular. I absolutely love it. So yes, it's got some wear to it, but I really like that about it. It is a French candy tin, and don't ask me to pronounce that. It says, I'll try. Maison Nagier et Fils, Bordeaux, France.
That was very good.
That's my best French. I can't really do that, but there is stamped there on the side. But overall, pretty good condition, I would say. As far as tins go, I think it has like typical wear for it. I do believe that this it's a deco tin for sure. But the little lady here kind of looks like Annie. I don't know. It reminds me of Annie,
like
or a grown-up Annie, I guess I would say. Swinging on the moon. I absolutely love that. Everything. And I'm gonna take the lid off. All right, so there's the inside. Just, I don't know, I would say standard wear for tins of this age. But I think overall the picture on the front is pretty good. Like the wear, there is a scratch that goes kind of diagonal right here. But for the most part, I think the image is pretty good. The measurement for this is 6 1/4 inches in diameter. Let me get caught up on the chat. I am terrible today. All right, Catherine, I see you.
I was going to say,
and
Miss
Philomena. Hello, hello. 6 1/4 inches in diameter, and then it's about 2 inches tall. So it's really good. I don't know. I just get songs playing in my head the second that I saw this. This also came from Wisconsin when I was in there. So I see Philomena's got the high bid right now at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more. And anybody that's bidding is welcome to do the just in case during the countdown. I am going to do the countdown now. So we're looking for 31 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A bid end.
She's awesome.
All right. Catherine, I see you just in case. Ooh, right before Karen's bid end. All right. So Philomena had the high bid at 30, but Miss Catherine Young had it just in case of 47. So Catherine, congratulations. It's coming back home. It's yours for 31. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
All right. My next item, I'm going to start them at 35. I got a really good deal on these, and I'm going to pass it along to my friends. If you are a Holt Howard collector, these are on the, for me, I'm not saying like in general, these are on the harder to find. I hadn't seen them before. I didn't even know they existed, to be quite honest. But I have this vintage Holt Howard pair of, oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Desk set.
Yeah, but stationary, like stationary desk set, which is so unique. I didn't even know what to make of them when I first found them. So this one here would hold your pens and pencils. And this one here has a pencil sharpener in its mouth. And they are, I don't know why, but they're graduating birds. And they both do have their original Holt Howard stickers. The pencil sharpener even still has its cork. They're in fantastic condition, and they're pretty large too. And they're both in fantastic condition. No chips, no cracks. And when I was looking them up, it seems kind of difficult to find like the pair of them.
And it's also very difficult. I found the pencil sharpener one time, but the pencil sharpener was broken. Like broken out of the beak and gone missing.
This beak is perfect, and they both still have the foil stickers, and they are so fun. Look at that for your desk. Are you kidding me?
That's so good.
I'm not sure exactly the year, but what, 1940s, 50s?
1950s.
Yeah, they are so fun. And look at those bright blue eyes and the blue beaks. And even this one still has its tassel. Now, from my research, this one didn't have a tassel because you need somewhere to put your pens. But this one still has its tassel. So they are perfect, straight out of the 50s. And they are, let me give you a height. They are just under 4 inches. And look at the blue detailing on the wings. Even that paint is just, it's perfect. I love them. But I'm going to start the countdown. Thank you so much, delights of mine. I appreciate you. 20, sorry, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. Those, I was so happy when I found those.
So exciting. Yeah. I've not ever seen a pair in good condition. So that's pretty awesome. All right. Looks like delights of mine. They are yours.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. They graduated birdie school.
Yes, they did. They flew the nest.
They're flying the nest. Okay. This lady, I've never had one of these before. I may have seen them, but I've never been able to purchase one. And I was very excited to find this because I knew exactly what sale is going to bring it to. So this is a very large celluloid dolly. All right. Well, it's actually a normal size celluloid dolly, but her body is very large. So whoever made her, and I believe that, I mean, the doll itself was not handmade, but whoever made her clothing, obviously out of crepe paper, and it's in such good condition. I have seen these before, but they're usually in poor shape whenever I have seen them before. But I'm going to turn her upside down real quick. So you can see her feet up in the crevice there, all the way up there. So they have fashioned her dress and put her inside of a cardboard tube there to give her some height. But the dress of her is really, really nice condition. Now there's a little bit of separation, I guess I would say, for the strings on the arm. I think that that's pretty common for the celluloid dolls. They even made her a little hair flower up here, and everything is adhered to the doll with push pins and straight pins. So there's one up to hold that into the head, and then most of the clothing is held together with straight pins pushed in there, but rolled hem on the top of it. And I think the color of it is showing pretty true. It is like a lavender purple here with different layers. Karen and Catherine, I see you both. Thank you so much. So different layers of crepe paper. And then down here, they even add a little bow at the bottom. Now, I would say like the most bending is down here at the bottom where she would stand. And you just kind of have to splay the dress just a little bit at the bottom, but she does stand. I actually found her and she was standing on a shelf. And I love the finger wave hair, typical with those celluloid dolls, carnival dolls, but she's got like red hair, which is different. Usually they're like silver or gold. Anytime that I see them, the paint's really good on the face still. No denting to the celluloid. It's just the arms are a little loose. And I see that I still have the little string where the tag was attached from the store. I will cut that off. But her arms are just a little loose. But I think it actually helps to put them in front of the little pleat of the dress. So since she's so large, she is pretty tall. She does measure 13 inches tall to the top of her flower, to the top of her hat, and then about 6 inches at the widest part of the dress at the bottom. And the hair flower is Band-Aid pink, I would say. With and then there's actual like little millinery for the little stamen of the flower in there. This is also a little Band-Aid pink. Condition. Yeah, she is really, really nice. All right. So Catherine's got the high bid right now at 30. So we're looking for 31 or more. And I love her shifty side eye. We're going to count her down. We're looking for 31 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, a 2, a 1, a bid end.
A bid end.
A bid end. All right. Miss Karen, I see her just in case. And Ruthie B is doing the bid end on this round. And there it is. All right. Thank you, Ruthie, for filling in on that. All right. So Catherine had the high bid at 30. Karen had it just in case of 48. So Karen G, it's yours for 31. Thank you so much.
Yay. Yay. All right. This is my highest price item of the sale. And of course, I had to do a little bit of Victorian. I had to. I'm going to start this at... This was mine. I've hoarded this for quite some time. I'm going to start her at 65. Sorry, I'm having a hard time.
Okay.
But this is a beautiful... This is probably my favorite Victorian Vulcanite brooch I've ever found. So Catherine Young, she is way more informed about Vulcanite than I am. It's just like the earliest form of plastic. But look at this amazing,
oh my gosh,
cameo. So for one, it's from the 1800s. It's huge and it's in such beautiful condition. And my favorite thing about this brooch too is that it is so three-dimensional. It completely pops out of the piece. Do you see that? So it looks almost flat on the front, but then when you turn it, you can see all the dimensions of her hair and her face.
Crazy.
And her necklace. Just everything is so beautifully sculpted. So I will give you a little close up with my handy dandy magnifying glass so you can see all those beautiful details on her. And I did look this up, and I think I was able to pretty much confirm that it is Vulcanite. I don't know the way to test it, or I wouldn't even really know how to begin, but just based off of my research, I was able to find one similar, pretty much exact, that was Vulcanite. And it is, she's large, so she's 2 inches. And then it has this beautiful kind of pebbled metal border. And then here is the back of it. And I think that is stunning. And I can include it with this little ring display. It sits better in there when I'm not holding it, me and my shaky hands. But this under a little cloche would be gorgeous. And the clasp is perfect. I think that this part here, this clasp looks more modern to me, but this part looks period accurate. So I think someone replaced this piece to make it more secure, because it probably would have just had like a simple C clasp.
Because that has some weight to it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah. It's stunning. It really is so pretty. But I'm going to start the countdown on her. It almost looks like a snake around her neck. I think it's a piece of ribbon, but it gives me vibes like Medusa. And then I don't know if you can see, she's got flowers in her hair and leaves. But I'm going to start the countdown on her at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. Thank you so much, Lisa. I love her.
All right, there's that bid end. Janet, you just came in right after the bid end, unfortunately. Don't forget to refresh, you guys. Don't forget to refresh. Lisa G, it is yours. Congratulations. Congratulations. So sorry, Janet. Okay. Now, I have asked around several people about this piece, and I'm going to tell you what my best guess is of it. I loved it the second I found it, and I have a couple photos I'm going to put up on the screen in case my camera doesn't cooperate, which it usually likes to do. Okay, so there is this piece, and I already see that it's not focusing how I want. All right, but this, I loved whatever it is. I absolutely loved it, so I had to get it. And when did I buy this? April. I bought it in April. I've literally been researching it since then. I believe that it is brass, okay, and it's very thin, malleable brass, fully stamped, all right, and I suspect that it is either a flower frog, and I will show you why. I suspect that, or something that you would put over a vase to hold taller hat pins. Those are my two best conclusions, and everybody that I have asked kind of has the same suspicions as me. All right, so this is going to start at 28, and I'm going to pop my pictures up here. So there it is a little bit close up, so you can see really it's highly detailed, sculpted. So it has purple glass set in stones, and then you can see there's also white prong set rhinestones that are applied in there. The little antenna are very malleable. It's very thin, stamped. There's no markings whatsoever. So here's a screenshot from my video when I found this, and it was on top of one of those hand vases. It was placed on top, and that's why I suspected it was a flower frog. There was no indication on the tag that the vendor knew what it was. Everything in this booth was antique, Victorian. I think like the latest stuff that they had was like 30s and 40s, but a lot of Victorian stuff. And this was the closest that I could find to this as far as like, this is a piece of Dugan glass, so antique glass, and a metal flower frog. So that's why I think it's a flower frog. I didn't really care what it was. I just really loved the subject matter of it. I loved everything about it. I think there's no markings on the backside. I should have taken a picture of this part of it. But it does have wear to it. There's some patina to it as well. I do think it's brass. I don't think it's sterling silver or anything like that. I think it's brass, just based on the thickness of it. And there's no like place that, you know, I could see some sash pins in this style. I could see some belt buckles in this style as well, but there's no indication that there's any kind of like jewelry settings or anything. So that's why I think it's a flower frog. If anybody knows anything different, I would love to know. I've asked some store owners. I've asked some antique dealers. I've asked around, and nobody has seen. I could not find anything on WorthPoint, on eBay, on the Googler. Nothing that looks like this. So it's probably very hard to find whatever it is.
It's incredible.
Do you concur, Arianna, with
that? That would be my best educated guess. The only other thing I can think of is possibly could you put it, if you were a Victorian woman, would you maybe put like your hair in a bun and put that over the bun and slide like
a pin through it? That could be too. I did not even think of that, but it's just so highly detailed. It's just incredible. Crazy. And my camera, I know, is not doing it justice. So whenever you get this in person, it is just, it's very cool. I usually, sometimes I pick stuff up strictly on a feeling that I'm like, ooh, I like that. So I just had to get it. I didn't really care what it was. So right. I know, Catherine, it would be an epic brooch, but I could see what you mean. Like putting it in your hair and have a little a bun over a bun.
And then
I see what you mean with that.
There's little holes on the side, right?
Yeah.
Do you see any two holes that aren't exactly the same as part of the pattern?
No. I don't. So that's why I just don't know. It's a mystery piece, but I loved it. So Roberta right now has the high bid at 50. So we're looking for 51 or more. I am going to do a countdown on this piece. Probably one of a kind. I'm not sure how many of these exist out there, but I'm happy to bring it to a sale and pass it on. So Nikki Moss right now has got the high bid at 51. So we're looking for 52 or more. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A bid, and I think you could even hang it on the wall. It's got a big enough of a lip there. I think you could hang it on the wall too.
It's so beautiful. It needs to go under a cloche.
Yep, if you got a cloche, do it up. Do it right. All right. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Roberta had the high bid at 70, but Miss Nikki Maas came in there with a just in case of 76. So Nikki, it is yours for 71. Congratulations. Thank you so very much. I love it. It's probably my favorite thing in the sale.
It was pretty darn good. All right. Let's do some more Holt Howard, shall we?
You have more Holt Howard?
Yeah, and I don't want to sell these because I love them, but I will because I love you guys more. I'm going to do a choice starting at $35, and you get to choose. Now, they are if the Withering.Cottage, if I were a Holt Howard angel, this would be the angel that I am. They're withering, they are pink, and they are metallic. They're just so me. But I have two to choose from. So remember, they're withering, okay? Here is the first one. Oh, I love. So why I brought these, I know we do Christmas in July, but if you look right around her collar, it's a pink flower petal. So they didn't necessarily scream Christmas to me because they're pink. I decorate Christmas in pink, but not everybody does. But there's this flower all the way around that makes up her collar, and then she has a mercury glass beaded necklace. I'll show you her little necklace. And then there is her sweet face. Now, her wings are made out of plastic, and they have gone through some things, but again, I don't mind. And
they always look like that.
The original pipe cleaner arms. Oh, I love that. And then the overlay is kind of, it's gold, but in some places it's flopped, so you see the silver too. And then it does have a cone body, but this is a big one. They're both really big. So this is 7.5 inches tall on her. And then I'm sure you could too play with her skirt a little and fold it out if you wanted to. But oh my goodness. So that's the first one. And then here is her twin sister.
I believe you have two.
Look at how cute. You see the flower going around her neck again. Now, they both do have their wings. It's just the tips are kind of folded over in a way. You could replace them or keep them. I love them the way they are. And they're just gold glitter and plastic with metal, like to kind of hold them in place. I love the pipe cleaner arms. They're that really early tinsel. Love it. She also has her original mercury beaded necklace. And how I deciphered them is this one's face is just a little hair more paler than this one. So I'm calling this one paler and this one not so. I don't know how to, you just say pale or not pale. But it is choice, and I'm going to start the countdown on them. I love them so, so much. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end on choice. And their ceramic is in really good condition.
That's right, Brooke. You can't have too many Holt Howard angels. I agree.
Never.
No. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. MJ had the high bid at 37, but Miss Robin Watson had a just in case at 65. So Robin, you get choice at 38.
Happy almost birthday, Robin.
Happy almost birthday. Next week, Robin, right? Next week.
Which one would you like, my sweet friend? Would you like the paler, the not so paler, or are you going to keep them together? I don't know.
I don't know how you pick. I don't know.
You can see that one's skin is just a little less red and tan than this one. That's really the only difference I could spot on these.
Not so pale, she says.
Not so pale, please. You got it. So then, MJ, did you want her sister for 37? Let me know. And thank you so much. You got it, MJ. Thank you.
She says yes. She says yes to the dress.
Yes to the Holt Howard.
Yes to the Holt Howard dress.
Thank you, MJ.
All right. Congratulations to you both. Congrats, congrats. All right. I'm going to do my most expensive item next. So this is pretty spectacular. I can't say that I've ever been able to bring one of these to a sale before. I've actually been saving this. I've been saving onto since February, a long time. It's amazing. And okay, so we're going to start with the outside first. Before we get to the inside, we're going to start with the outside first. So first, I'll show you the spine. All right. So this is a CDV album. All right. And it does say photograph. The leather on it is dark green, so like a hunter green, and then gold accents here on the spine. All right. A little wear to it, not too bad. And then we're going to flip it and look at the clasp next. The clasp here has some like grape leaves, three-dimensional grape leaves on the clasp. You can see the filigree here. Good condition on the clasp. The pages are gilded with flower decorations on all of the sides. Okay. And the front has celluloid, a celluloid little girl here with some doves. She's got a pitcher. She's kind of leaning up against the water spout here, gathering some water. Now, there's these little pearly kind of accents here. Two of them are missing on the front. Okay. Two of those are missing on the front. The back side also has a celluloid picture here on the back, and all the little beads are on the back side. This image looks like two children playing instruments. One has a violin. This one looks like some sort of horn with some flowers. Okay. Overall, really nice condition to the outside. Very ornate. And it is completely full as well. It's completely full. So we'll open it up. All right. Here's the cover page. Okay. So gold inking here. All right. There is one issue that I will show you. And so there's nothing on the index page. Okay. So the first thing that we'll come across is a little memento card of Abe Lincoln and his family. All right. This is not like a photograph of the Abe Lincoln family. This is something that would be given out, and then you could carry it around with you as memento. Okay. But that is the first thing that's in the album there. I don't think, let me see. Come on, camera. I don't know if it's going to focus, but that is the first thing that is in there. Okay. Lisa G, I see you. Thank you so much. All right. So the issue here is this page. This page is missing the outer frame. All right. But the photograph is still there of the little baby, All right. But the whole album is full of photographs. There aren't any missing. And it's pretty darn good condition. I would say like the clothing that everyone has on is not your standard fare as far as Victorian clothing goes. Very fancy. There's a mixture of adults and children in here. It's really cool. Look at her and her fancy headwear going on and her neckerchief. It's just cool. I wanted to show this on a live sale. And can we talk about that brooch that she's got going on, holding onto her collar? Really good. Very high. I think that these were definitely a little bit higher class family, if I had to guess. But everyone is very well dressed in here. Here's some more children as we go. Hello, Nikki. Meow, meow. Hello. Cute, cute. I wanted to, I won't show all the photos in here because I do want some surprises to be in here, but here's some more children as we go along. There was no like indication, family name or anything. I didn't try and take any of these out of here to see any kind of identification, but I do believe this is late 1800s for sure. It could even be a little earlier than that. And then we get into the babies. Oh, the babies. I was trying to see if there was any hidden mothers in here. I haven't seen any so far, but there is quite a few children that are in here. Oh, this one here probably is a hidden mother for that one. But I am going to show a couple more, and then I'm going to count it down. And I'm skipping ahead. I'm not showing everything that's in here. But I've never seen an album in this nice a shape.
It's beautiful.
Here is the last. Here's the last photo in there. But I can't say that I've seen one in this nice a shape. They're usually empty or very standard fare plain on the front side. But this is probably the nicest condition one that I've ever come across. So real quick measurement on it. It's 4.5 by 6 and 2 3/4. Okay. So that's the size there. It's a hefty book. It's very, very cool. All right. Pushing Up Daisies. I see you. Thank you so much. The high bid right now is at 90. So we're looking for 91 or more. I probably won't ever come across another one like this.
Right.
So let's count it down. We're looking for 91 or more. Pushing Up Daisies and Lisa G, you're welcome to put in just in cases. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
So good.
Love it.
Now, did the backside have the pearls on it?
What?
Did the backside have the pearls on it?
Yes, the backside has all 4. It's just the front is missing 2.
It's so good.
Yep. All right. Okay, I see Karen's bid end, and there it is. All right, so before the bid end, Lisa G had just in case of 95, but Pushing Up Daisies had a just in case of 150. So congratulations, Pushing Up Daisies. It is yours for 96. Thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed looking through that. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much.
Yay. Well, since you did Victorian photography, I'm going to do Victorian photography. Mine's going to start at 49, and I put together this little lot, and I just think it's so beautiful. So you're going to get everything here.
Ooh.
The only thing that's not antique or Victorian is the casket. The casket itself is it's vintage, but the items inside are Victorian. So you're going to get, not including the doily, you're going to get 4 items in this lot. So the first item is going to be this beautiful Victorian tintype. Now it's withering, okay, but it is a beautiful framed Victorian tintype, and she is a beautiful young Victorian woman. And I want you to pay attention to the fact that she's wearing that silk collar right there, because that was kind of my inspiration for this little lot. Now, the book usually has a front and a back cover. This is just the back cover. It does not have its front, but I like that for a display. And she's got quite the accoutrements on her outfit as well. All the brooches and scarves and whatnots and doodads. But that's the first piece. Now, I'm going to be very careful with this because I'm not going to lie. It's very fragile. But I have an original Victorian beaded collar.
Ooh.
Isn't it? Now, it's barren in some places, but just the fact that it exists, I love.
That it's held together.
Yeah, that it's in my hands is so special to me. I think it's stunning. So there, and look at that beadwork. Those beads are such good quality too. Now, I don't know if this was how this would have been clipped on because it's sewn together. Maybe they sewn after as a memento, or I'm not sure, but it is sewn on the back, but you can see it's kind of coming undone. But that is the collar. And then going along with that, look at this beautiful little beaded bag. Now this one's also bead bearing. Now when I got this, there's a little thing of tissue paper inside this bag, and it's full of all of the missing beads. You see that like Grecian key on the side? So there is a hole here. It is also just so fragile, but I find these items just so beautiful. And this one's got like, they look like little clovers maybe, and it is mesh. It's just this thin mesh, and it does still open, but it's just very, very fragile. And then I am including, this was really, oh, I got all breaky uppy, didn't I?
You did for a second. I think it's getting a little bit better though.
I'm including this just old dresser scarf full of these tatted little doilies. And then of course the last item is this vintage jewelry casket. So it is a gold box with a glass front.
I'm going to be right back.
Okie dokie. It is missing some of its prongs, which is why I use this for a lot instead of just offering it by itself. But it's got beautiful gold filigree all the way around it, and then those gorgeous little feet on there. So you are getting that. And this is a pretty good sized one. But I'm going to put it all together again, and then I'll show you one last time. And then I will start the countdown on this lot. I just love, love, love that collar. And that photo was the inspiration for that little collar. But I'm going to start the countdown at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. Oh, you need attention. And Amy left me alone. Oh, there you are. I was going to say, you left me alone with the bid ends.
I'm going to have to leave again, too, because I didn't quite make it. To get number 13.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'll try again. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So at the end there, Pushing Up Daisies had a just in case of 71. Robin had a just in case of 75. Pushing Up Daisies came back in there, pew pew, right before the bid end, with a straight bid at 76. Congratulations.
Going for the giveaway. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. Okay. I'm going to do another lot for my next round here.
We like lots.
We do. I do. I enjoy pairing things together.
Me too.
It makes my heart happy. Okay, so you're going to get everything in this lot that you're going to see together, and it's going to start at 28. And okay, so I will see if we can get everything over here. So this was fun to put together, and I put it together because of the colors, actually. So I do have, I'm going to have to hold her because she's not going to stand on my wobbly board. She does stand, but you got to kind of splay her dress. So you're going to get everything in this lot. All right. So first I'll show you this part of it, and then I'll show you the dolly. All right. So first, yes, you're going to get the flower frog. I cannot find flower frogs that are like under $30, but I did finally find one, and I'm including it because I wanted to put like this little lot together. I've been searching for a very long time. So first off is another antique fairy postcard, and I'm going to take that out of the flower frog so we can look at it a little bit better. Okay. This postcard is in really nice condition. It does have writing on the front right there, but I absolutely loved that. And that's what inspired the whole lot was the postcard. She's got like this little star with the shining reflection on there and her little magic wand. I loved the colors in this. This one does have a postmark on the back from 1905. We'll show it to you on the back side. So no division lines on the back. New York City. So, but the postmark 1905. They're on the back. Really nice condition on the postcard. Okay. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. Okay. So then the flower frog. All right. at the base, and it's kind of a rectangle one. All right. And then because of the sparkle up here, that's why I'm including a little brooch. All right. So it is just a little circle brooch with white rhinestones. It does have a very simple C clasp on it. Okay. So I just kind of place that over the tines of the flower frog. All right there. And then why I'm including the little dolly. So she is a little bisque doll. Okay. And Tammy, I see you. Thank you so much. She is a little bisque jointed dolly, and I love that her hair is painted gold in this haircut. Usually I don't see these style of dolls at all. And then she does have the little jointed arms, cray paper little outfit, and she does stand on her own. But you do just kind of have to kind of just splay out the little cray paper outfit just a little bit, and then she will stand. Okay. And I thought that the colors, look how good that the colors match. The golds, the blues, the pinks, everything matches with it pretty darn good. So that's why I'm including it. The little dolly measures 3.5 inches. And nope, wait, is that right? Yeah, 3.5 inches. And then the little brooch that's at the bottom of the flower frog, that is 1.25 inches. All right, so that is the lot that you're going to get. If I could get her to stand, then I wouldn't have to hold her. But Robin, let me see. There we go. Get caught up. All right. Yes, it's different. I don't see the square ones.
Love it.
Don't see the square ones as often as I see the round ones. So, but I like to include them when I can. It's just I don't find them as often anymore that are like super expensive. So, all right. So you're gonna get the lot. It is kind of a Barbie hairdo. I kind of agree with that. She's got bangs. I got bangs. All right, let's count her down. Hello, Lynn. I see you. Let me get caught up on the chat. All right, Lynn right now has got the high bid at 33. Angela just popped in there with a 35. So we're looking for 36 or more on the little lot. Okay, I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it. It kind of looks like she's granting a wish for the little girl.
She does. Amy, you're gonna freak out. The other day, I was at an estate sale and I got 15 flower frogs. 15 flower frogs for 50 cents.
Wait, 15 for 50 cents?
Yeah, not each.
Holy cow! You hit the mother load.
I know.
That's insane.
I hoard them. That was my that's one of those ones that's gonna stick with me for a while.
Yeah. That's epic. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen, for helping us out tonight. And thank you, Ruthie, for helping out in the chat as well. Okay, so Robin had a 76. Nikki Moss had a just in case of 76. And Lynn had a just in case of 75. All right, so as I see it in StreamYard, the first 76 is Nikki Moss. So first it's Nikki and then Robin. So Nikki Moss, it is yours for 76. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Hello, Emmeline, darling. Hello, hello. All right.
So I've been talking about this recent estate sale I went to that was so good. It was so full of like primitive and children's toys, and it was so good.
Was that the one where you got all the like designer like?
No, this one was recent. I
things?
Too much at this one. No, that one was really good.
That one was really good.
One because they were priced at like every vintage Christmas ornament was like $18. It was top. Wow. But I did get a couple of my very favorite things. I'm gonna start this at $18. Never seen one. It is this very early, almost like waxed painted canvas doll. And what I did was I just put it on a receipt spike so that you could stand it up in a display. But I instantly just fell in love with this. It's like, I didn't care how much it was. I had to get it. It is stuffed. You can see. I'm not sure what it's stuffed with. It's pretty early, so possibly hay. And then it says, Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. And I did add some vintage chunky white mica glitter to the sheep. I usually don't mess with my vintage, but I just thought that it needed just a tiny bit of sparkle. And what's so cool about this one is that it's double-sided. So on the other side, it says, Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. Along came a spider and sat down beside her. And then I just added a little bit of brown glitter to the spider. And then here's Little Miss Muffet. And then all I did was take a vintage receipt spike. Of course, you're getting that as well. And because it's just stuffed with either hay or cotton, I can't really tell. I just put it in between the seams. So it looks like a hole, but it's actually just right between the seams. So if you close it, you'll never even know it was there. But I just split the seam a little bit and put it right in between 2 stitches and popped it in there. I love receipt spikes for this. You can use them for so many things. And then you just kind of shimmy her on down. And I think it turned out so cute. And I love her. It's definitely older. I'm not exactly sure the time period, maybe 40s. But I love it. I love this old toy, and the fact that it's a toy and it's still in such good condition. I mean, there is obviously wear and tear on it, but it was a little girl's little dolly. And I love that. I love it. But I'm going to start the countdown on her at 15, 20, my bad, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. Look at the little sheep with the blue bow.
It's so good. I've never seen anything like that.
Me neither. I fell in love with it. And I was bummed because I didn't pick it up because it was a little expensive. So I left it. And then I went and shopped around. I was like, I can't leave it. So I went back up and it wasn't there. And I was like, oh, regrets.
Oh, no.
I had it in the basement at the second time. Someone had put it back. And I was like, yes.
It was meant to be. All right. So MJ had a just in case of 26. Robin had a just in case of 42. But Miss Emmeline had a just in case of 50. So Emmeline, it is yours for 43.
I really appreciate you, Emmeline. And I think you maybe are you me? Thank you so much.
All right, congratulations. All right. I grabbed my bonus item. I got it just in time. All right. Let's see. What are we going to do next? All right. I'm going to do this next. I do love this piece. It is going to have a little bit higher of a start just because of what it is. All right. So this is going to start at $40. And it's not, see, I don't see Easter when I see this bunny. I see he's very patriotic, or in time for summer. He's so cute. He's a little bun, and he's riding on a bicycle. He is just going to town, and he's dressed in head to toe plaid. And I love this rabbit. I love this rabbit. Dusty Moose, I see you. Thank you so much. Now, I do know that this kind of a style of a bike, so it is a metal frame with wooden wheels. Steiff did make some bikes like this, but the rabbit is not Steiff. It does have its original ear tag. I know it's going to be upside down, but it is designed by Character. I've had some plush by them before. I do believe that this rabbit dates to the 40s, very late 40s, maybe early 50s. I've had some of their plush before. but really nice condition on it. Really, the only kind of thing that I think maybe he's supposed to have a jingle bell on the other foot. There is a tiny little hole there, so I suspect that there's supposed to be 2 little jingle bells. But he actually can. You can push him along, and his little, do you see his little feetsies go back and forth as he's pedaling the bike? I just loved him. And I think he can stay out year round. I just thought he screamed summertime to me rather than Easter, especially the way that he is dressed. Now, he's not mohair. I don't believe that he's mohair, but he does have, these are like little wood eyes. And then there's kind of a pink felt for the backer there. He does have a little embroidered nose, a little felt tongue, kind of, what's the word? Kind of like straw almost for natural fiber, kind of for the whiskers. There's his other eye. Now there's a little bit of discoloration on the white. I don't mind that. And then look at his little ears lined in plaid. I love that to match his little suit. So little wool felt suit. He's got a little kind of plaid bow tie situation going on around his neck. Plaid pants for days, really long legs. They did not give him a tail. They did not give him a little tail. But how he's attached to the bike, there's little elastic bands. So there's one under here on his little bunny butt. There is an elastic band that attaches to the bike, and then there's also some on the bottom of the feet, you can see, attached to the pedals. But then he's got the little jingle bell there on the one foot. But I do think that he was supposed to have 2 at one point. Okay, so that's 4th of July. Come on. I just thought that he would just be so cute for that. All right, so I'm going to give you measurements real quick before we count him down. He's pretty large. I would say he definitely would make a statement. He measures 11 inches tall, 10 inches wide, and about 5.5 wide at the back of the wheels. Okay, so that's the size there. And let's count him down. I see Robin just popped in there with a 42. He would, yeah, you could totally, because of the elastic, how he's hanging on the handlebars, you could easily slip one of those little American flags in his hand, and he'd be like he's in the 4th of July parade for sure. All right, so let's count him down. We're looking for 43 or more on Mr. Bike Riding Bun. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
He would also look so cute with a monocle and a pocket watch.
He would, yes. I just loved him. And I couldn't find another one like him. I could not find one. I'm sure that they're out there, but I couldn't find. There was another animal. I think it was a bear that I saw that they also made like this. Okay. Bid end is in there. So looks like Robin had a just in case of 84. Dusty Moose had a just in case of 159. So Dusty, Bunny is riding all the way to you for 85. Thank you so much. And I know Bunny is going to have some friends.
So good. So up next, I have 5 straight claim items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, well, I'll tell you right now. Why not? They're all $12. But then I will tell you the number to claim them if you're interested. And you just type in that number and you claimed it. So I've been wanting to find these and bring them to a live sale for so long, and I haven't been able to find them. They were on my bucket list to find, and finally I found some. So they are going to be $12 each, and they're in amazing condition. These vintage chenille pipe cleaner birds.
Love those.
And these, I've been just gawking at these online for a couple of years now, and I finally got my hands on some. Look at that amazing condition. And they do have the tiniest little glass eyes. Let's see if I can show you. So the detail is just crazy. Look at that pipe cleaner on the top as it's like comb. And then they all have little wrapped wired feet. So love him. So this is the first one. He's $12 if anybody is interested. Just amazing condition. Like, so clean. He's $12 and he is number 2 if anybody is interested in this bird. And look at the color, the shift on the chenille on the tail. Oh, so good. So he's number 2. And then I have this guy.
Are you going to show them all first, or are you going to do each individual claim?
As I go. So on that one, I see Robin Watson. Robin Watson. Is that okay, Amy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Then we have this guy. He's a little simpler, but also just so cute. He has got glass eyes. And do you see how he has a double chenille beak?
Look at the beak on him.
Isn't that so funny? And it's not wire. It's just these 2 little tips of chenille. And then look, of course, how clean and fluffy. So he has got blue, light blue, and dark blue, and a brown head. And then he's got taller legs. So fun. I just want to put like a little something riding on it, like a little baby running, and then put it in clothes. But he is $12 as well, and he is number 4. $12, number 4 on him. I love him. Robin, I see you for him as well. Thank you so much. And I do apologize again for the condition of my cuticles. If you watched my live.
How many records again?
30,000 or more records.
That's crazy.
And I ordered them in alphabetical order. And now my hands are a mess. So I apologize. I need a manicure. All right. Then we have this pink and brown and black one.
Ooh, I like him.
I know. Look at those chenille. I didn't even know they made like striped chenille pipe cleaners. But oh my gosh. And then look at this like little feather detailing right there. And he's got white eyes. And then look at the little beak on him. So cute. So he's $12 as well. And this is number 1. $12. Number 1 on him. I have one of these in my personal collection, and I've been looking for them ever since. Ruthie B, thank you so much. Ruthie B, I have 2 left. Then I do have a couple more. I might be bringing Tuesday to my live as well. But then we have this one. This one is a light purple and pink and fuchsia. And he has black glass eyes. And there's his little chenille beak. I just can't get over how clean they are. And they're not all smooshed. But he's $12 and he's number 5. And then we have one last one. Thank you so much. I see Robin Watson. And then the last one, and I think he's my favorite. I always subconsciously save my favorite for last. I don't know why, but I do. What do I do? All right. We have this purple, white, and black one. With
Ooh, it's a Halloween birdie.
And look at the pipe cleaner.
I love the purple. That's so good.
Different. And then his tail is very fluffy. You can probably like mess with it if you wanted to. And look at the detail of the chenille pipe cleaners on his head. They're so detailed. And he has a little purple beak. He's a little purple beak. But he is also $12 and he's number 3. And that is my birds. I love them. Yeah, if you like records, the estate sale's next weekend. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. You might want to plan a trip to Georgia. I might get you in maybe early. Let me know. Sorry. Pushing Up Daisies. You got it. Thank you so much.
Ooh. You see Pushing Up Daisies first?
I do.
Okay. Well, I'll go by what you see.
Okay,
I see it different.
I see Pushing Up Daisies, Ruthie B, Sharon Olsen, Ginger, and Christine.
Okay. All right. We'll go with what Arianna sees on that one. Okay. All right. Cool. I love those birds.
Thank you.
Love those. Love those. All right. What am I going to do next? Let's do my bonus item. Let's do that next.
I'm excited. It's a surprise.
All right. Well, it's pretty. It's the closest thing that I could grab. So we're going with some jewelry. How about that? I got a gorgeous white rhinestone brooch. It is very, very sparkly. Let me get this behind it so we can really get up in there and see the sparkle. It is really, really high quality. Come on, camera. Come on.
Ooh, I see that sparkle.
It's really pretty. I just wish it would focus. Every time I bring a brooch, it wants to do this. Come on. Just catch it. It wants to focus on everything in the background. Well, let me try it again. Here. I'll block everything out, see if we can get it. But it's very high quality. Prong set on everything. Well, dang it.
You can see it. I can see that sparkle from the moon.
It is. Well, you can see the sparkle, but you can't see like the definition of it because it is not focused at all. Come on, camera. Get with the program. Come on. There we go. All right. Now you can see it. And it is dimensional as well. So every rhinestone is prong set. No missing stones on it. Tammy, I see you. Thank you so much. It is larger. It does measure 2 inches in diameter. All right, we'll switch it to the back. It is rivet set all the way on the back side. Does have a safety clasp. The pin back does not extend past the clasp. I do believe this is a 50s brooch. No signature on it, so I can't tell you the manufacturer of it. This one, I have not cleaned it. Usually I like to clean the brooches before I bring them to the sale, but I don't really see that middle stone is just a little, it's a little loose. I could see that it just moves just a little tiny bit in there. But other than that, it is very, very nice condition. And whew, it's a stunner. It would be something that I would wear on a black shirt for sure. It kind of looks like a firework to me, like how it is made, like something that you could totally wear for the 4th of July. So I just really like it. I don't get to pick up really blingy rhinestone brooches all that often. I did get that over the weekend. So
it's beautiful.
Something I just got. And haven't had a chance to. How do I clean it? Usually I do like Dawn dish soap with a Q-tip. Usually I do have a polishing rag that I will dry it off with as well, just to clean any kind of, it's not dirty or anything like that, but I do like to always clean the rhinestones up, even if they don't really need it, just a little bit. But I did not do that since I just plucked it out of there.
It's my fault. Blame me.
Oh, it's all right. It's totally all right. Okay, so and I believe that's the same thing that you do for brooches too, right? You use Dawn.
Well, I do. I completely soak it in water under the faucet, and then I do Dawn dish soap all over it, baking soda on top of that, and then I scrub it with a soft bristled toothbrush.
Yep.
I rinse it, spray it with Windex, scrub it again, rinse it, and then let it air dry.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty. I don't think that it's dirty or anything. I did get this from like a jewelry case, so it wasn't like out in the dirt or anything like that. All right. I'm going to count this down. Tammy's got the high bid right now at 21, so we're looking for 22 or more. Again, it measures 2 inches in diameter. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. The safety clasp is in good working condition. I did not mention that. All right. Catherine, I see you. Tammy's back in there.
Bullet wounds, dog toys, apples, dirty feet.
Ton cleans everything. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Tammy had a 24. Catherine had a 22. Nikki Moss had a 28, but Robin had a just in case of 34. So Miss Robin Watson, it is yours for 29. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. That was beautiful. All right. My next item is probably, and I'm not lying, I promise, my favorite piece of brass I've ever found. I don't buy tons of brass, but this one is just so stunning. I was really excited when I found it. I'm going to start it at 45. It is a little like, I wouldn't say dirty is the word, but I left it in as found condition because I do not like to mess with the patina on brass. I got this at an estate sale recently, and I am in love with it. Look at this giant Mama Jamma.
Whoa.
So this is I know, it is a giant brass seashell. I am keeping this unless you really want it. I was just kind of showing you what you could do with it. But it is this giant brass seashell, and look at the detail on this. So you could do so many displays, flower arrangements with this. If mermaid situation for your bathroom, and then look on the feet. The feet.
Did you get this at the same time as that giant boot?
No, I got this
because they would like go together.
Yeah, this one has little. Do you see the little seashell feet?
Seashell feet.
The little seashell feet, and the patina on this. Can you see that green in between the shell lines? It's delicious.
Good.
See, I just don't polish my brass. And then here's the other side. And this is a big piece. Here's my head.
Can you hear the ocean in there?
Let's see.
It's your shell phone.
I can hear the ocean. It's calling. And it calls me. It's 10 inches long by 6 inches tall. And this was one of those things where it like didn't really matter how much it was. When I saw this at the estate sale, I was like, I need that, please. It just has such a presence. And I think you put your favorite silverware in here. What if you use this for your kitchen utensils? Like instead of a crock, or you put, it's so nice. It's really fancy, and I loved it. And then, like I said, I am keeping my little ball, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to just make something so stunning. I love this. But I'm going to start the countdown, and it is pretty heavy. It's definitely substantial. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. Yeah, a real big snail.
Poppy, I can't say that I've ever made a slug before, but
what if
hey,
you
this is the first time for everything.
Like a motor slug.
All right. Bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Tammy had the high bid at 50, but Miss Heather had it just in case of 66. Yay! So Heather, congratulations. 51. Congratulations. Heather, do you want me to create a slug for you to go inside of that?
I can't wait to see what you do with it. Imagine with little
like a kitschy flower power slug.
Hey,
I can't think of any fabric that I could
make a slug.
Make a antique-y looking slug out of. I have like all like kitschy fabric, so that would not work. All right. Okay. This is going to be a little lot. It's going to start at 24. So we'll bring it over here. So you're going to get both things that are in here. And first off, we have a jewelry casket. So it is going to come with the necklace that is in there. All right. So you're going to get the pair together. And I'm going to take the necklace out, and I'll show you the jewelry casket first. All right, so it's heart-shaped, first of all, which I loved. I love jewelry caskets anyway, but I really, really liked this one. And this one is stamped on the bottom, and it does say 24 karat gold plate stamped on the bottom here with a number. And then it also has a patent applied for stamping there on the bottom. But oh, the Nouveau flowers on this thing. Oh, I love it. It goes really nice actually with the mirror, although it's like not the same kind of metal, obviously, but I do think that they coordinate with each other pretty good. I've never come across a heart-shaped one before. Let me get caught up in the chat. Thank you all so much. All right. Dusty's got the high bid right now at 35, and really nice floral details on the sides there. The hinge is in good condition. Just typical wear for these on the top. Of course, the most wear is where you would touch it to open the lid, which I like. It does have remnants of the lining. Really, really worn out silk lining in there. It does have some of the cotton batting and little rope, but I like that. I liked that. I usually pick them up if they still have part of the lining versus completely empty. I agree. But I can't be too picky when it comes to jewelry caskets when they're a special shape like that. So I really like that. The second thing that you're going to get, and I'm not really entirely sure of the age of this piece. I just really liked the piece. That's why I decided to get it. So it is like a really big pendant here with like a clear glass beveled jewel in the center. I cannot tell the age of the pendant. I'm not sure if this was a married piece or not, or it came like this. The necklace itself has kind of different colored pearly beads, and then there's also some metal filigree filler beads that are in there, some like kind of faceted beads in there as well. But the reason I'm thinking the pendant might be old, all right, but I don't think that the necklace is, because it has like a modern lobster clasp kind of up here at the top with a pearl dangle and an extender. I think that this is like somebody either married it or fixed a broken piece, something like that, and added the pendant to it. But that's how I found it, so I thought I would leave it that way. The pendant on here is 3¼ inches. So it's a fairly large pendant there on there. And the drop here is 10 inches, and with the extender, it's 12. Okay. So I was going to put it on real quick and see. So, I mean, it kind of sits like right at the cleavage line is where that would sit on me. So it's still pretty large around, but you can adjust it to make it more like a tighter necklace, like a choker style with the extender. But that's why I think that the beaded part is not super old, but the pendant looks much, much older to me. Just based on how it feels and the style of it and the setting. I think that the pendant is older, but the necklace isn't probably as old. All right, but you're going to get the pair because I just thought they looked pretty together. All right, so the jewelry casket measures 3 3¾ by 4 by 2½. All right, so it's about 2½ when it's completely closed. All right, so you're going to get the pair. And Dusty Moose got the high bid right now at 35. So we're looking for 36 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Beautiful.
Love it. All right. All right. There is Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. All right. So Susan popped in there with a 37, but Lisa G did have that just in case. So Lisa, it is yours for 38. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right. My last item. How sad. My last item is a little lot, and it's just cute. I'm going to start it at $24. You get 3 things. This is the first part of the lot. So this is a little vintage child's cup. And would that be the nursery rhyme Little Boy Blue?
I think so. He's got his horn in his hand.
Yep, and he's leaning up against hay, and you can see the little cow peeking up. And I know some people don't like this, but I like the staining and the crazing on ceramic. But then, so the image is super cute. No marking on the bottom. But then I included my own Little Boy Blue. I find the boy dolls far less than I do the girls. This one is in a little crocheted blue and white outfit with little blue socks and black shoes. It's definitely a little boy, which I just thought was so cute. He has jointed arms and he can sit as well. And I love, look at the detail on his clothes.
That little outfit by itself probably took hours and hours to make. Like, and it's crazy.
Good condition. Now, it is held together with a pin, so do be careful. If you purchase him, do not stab yourself. But really, really good condition. I love his sweet little face and his sweet little lips. So you are getting him. And then also, just because, how could I not? So you're getting this. But then I also found at this antique store forever ago this metal cow.
Oh my gosh.
So I think this was originally part of a milking game. I guess I can't say for sure, but he is coming with, because the cow in the little cup, and then you have your metal cow.
Cute.
I'll put him down. So with the cow, you there's a little lever on the back, and you can, let me see if I can't do this. It moves, and then the tail
moves.
It moves. The tail needs to go in this thing, and then it will move. Hang on, that won't work. But look, the mouth and the eyes. Look, now she's sleeping.
Oh my gosh!
Ew, the tongue is coming out of its face. Don't push it down that far. That's weird. Do it there and like there. That's cool. And then the tail does move. It just needs to be on this little, it needs some finagling back here. Hang on. Maybe I can finagle. Give me just a second. And then, there we go. All right. Maybe. It's being uncooperative. But the tail does move too. But it is completely metal. It's tin. And then here is the back with all the little mechanisms, and it is tin litho, and it's in really good shape.
That cow is fantastic.
Isn't that so fun?
It's
awesome. And then of course you get the little cup in Little Boy Blue. But I'm going to start the countdown on the lot at 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. So fun.
He's moveless.
He's just creepy enough that I love him.
All right. There is the utter bid end from Karen. All right. So Jamie was in there at 35, but Dusty Moose came in there right before Karen's bid end with a 37. So Dusty,
thank you so much.
It's yours. Congratulations. All right. My last round, and then we do have a recap. I have one thing to bring back, and so does Arianna. So we have a little recap to do. Okay. My last item is going to start at $16, and I do have a Nancy Ann's storybook doll this evening, and I brought her because she's Band-Aid pink.
Yay!
I couldn't help myself. So what I can tell you about her, she is composition, so she's from the 40s, and she is what is referred to as a pinch face. So this is like a later kind of made to look more like a teenager that they did a little bit later in production before they switched to plastic dolls. And she is what I believe to be a bridesmaid. I actually could not find her to fully identify her, but I think she's one of the bridesmaids that they did later on. She does have some applied ribbon and little applied millinery flowers that go down her dress. She's got a little tulle hat with the same ribbon and millinery flowers that go down. She is fully jointed. Debbie, I see you. Thank you so much. She is fully jointed, so her head is jointed, her arms are jointed, and her legs underneath. She does come with the dolly stand. That is how I found her. And she's got her little pantaloons under there and her little painted shoes that we have. And also later in production, they added snaps to the dresses. Earlier in production, they would come with a safety pin, and that is how her hat is applied. But the dress here actually does have a snap on the back, and she's marked Nancy Ann Storybook Dolls Made in the USA back there on the back side. She does measure, hey John, she does measure 5.5 inches tall. All right, and she is true. She's showing a little bit more like off-white on camera, but she's Band-Aid pink. So she's kind of peachy pink, if you will, in real life. And then she's got blonde, curly hair. I love how they paint the faces on these gals. All right, so she's in really nice condition. Can't really find any kind of issues with her, but because she's got her stand, she can instantly go into a display if you would like as well. All right, Robin's in at 19, so we're looking for 20 or more. I am going to count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I declare bid end. All right. And there is the bid end from Karen. All right. Robin had a just in case of 31, but Miss Debbie had a just in case of 46. So Debbie, congratulations. She's coming to you for 32. Thank you so much. All right, Debbie G. Let me write that down. We'll talk about the recap real quick. All right, let me write that right down. Get Debbie in the giveaway. All right. All right, Debbie, you're going in the giveaway. Okay, so we're going to do a quick recap. We'll bring back a second time. All right, we'll bring back one more time what didn't sell the first time in case you weren't here and you missed it. So we'll show it one more time, and then we will talk about our invoicing and what's going on coming up, and then we'll say good night. Okay? Do you want to show your thing again?
Sure. So I'm going to do these as a straight claim. I have 2 of these, but I'll just do them one at a time and then do a straight claim. So these are Gibson glass baskets, and I just, like I said, if you weren't here though, I fell in love with the color of the handle. I don't usually gravitate towards these glass baskets, but I thought that ombre and the color of the pink and teal was just gorgeous. And then you can see the teal crest around the edge. So these are Gibson glass. And then I did include a little doily and these little place card holders. They're little nests with eggs. You can also just sit them down if you wanted to. And then I included a large Victorian die cut. And then you can take this off. It's just like a little fork. And that's how you put your ephemera in there. So you can use these for any ephemera that you want to display. And they just sit perfectly in the front of the little basket. But this is going to be $18 if there's anybody interested in this one. And it is number 2. $18, number 2. And then I have its sister, which is the same. So I won't go into just as much detail, but this one has a little bit more pink in it and a smaller Victorian die cut with the bird's nest. And this is also $18. And if you're interested in this one, just put number 3. 2 and 3. Straight claims, $18.
I love those. They look good together too.
I see them like on either side of a mantle. Ring.
I agree. All right. My recap is my little pixie girl.
She's so cute.
Her fairy girl planter. She is Bisque ceramic. She does have a little bit of sheen applied to the wings. No chips, no repairs on her. She's made in Japan, I believe from the 40s. Good condition. I don't think the planter's been used. She was 34. So you can type in planter 34 or pixie 34. What is easier for you to type in? She's not super large either. She does measure 4.5 by 4. So that's the size there for her. So Pixie 34 if you want to claim her. And if you guys are, if anybody's watching on the recap and you want to email us, let us know if you're interested in anything. Okay. So before we do our giveaways, all right, we'll get everybody back up here on screen. Big thank you to Karen G for being our bid ender tonight. Thank you, Karen, as always. And thank you, Ruthie, for helping out in the chat tonight as well. Appreciate you ladies so much. And thanks everybody that's hanging out with us all night long. We appreciate you guys being here for your company and your love of vintage and antiques. We appreciate you being here. All right. And if you have not already, do make sure and send us your emails with your information. If you purchased anything tonight, if you've not bought from us before, do make sure and send us your information. I'm going to be doing my invoicing on Friday because I have a sale tomorrow night here on my channel at 7 p.m. Eastern with Misty, Thrifter, Junker, Vintage Hunter, filling in for Jason on Fantastic Finds. And I'll let Arianna talk about when she's going to do hers, and then we'll pull our giveaways.
Friday.
Friday.
Get an invoice from me on Friday.
Friday at some point.
Friday at some point.
All right. Do you want to pull yours first?
Sure. Everybody's in my Withering.Cottage box. I shall close. I shall mix it up. And I'm not going to tell you which gnome you're going to get. It's just going to be a surprise when you open your box. Number 1 is the printer's tray with all the kitty cats. MJ. Thank you so much, MJ. And the second giveaway is number 4, and that is the cow doll lot. You got the other giveaway, Dusty. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Yay. Okay. I'm going to pull for my first one, which was the tally card fan.
Oh, I love
little lady and black rhinestone bow brooch. So that's the one that I'm going to pull for first. And I put everybody in my little withering pail here. So everybody's in there. That purchase. So we're going to shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Okay. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up some more. Okay, everything. All right. Ooh, Miss Lisa G. Lisa G. I'm going to write that on here. She got the bow and the tally. Okay, congratulations, Lisa.
Yay,
all right, and so for my second one, which was the smaller tally card with the girl swinging with the moon and the little rhinestone brooch. So that will be number 2. Number 2, number 2.
I like.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh, look at that, Catherine Young! Yay! That's a moon and a tally card. What are the chances of that? Catherine, congratulations! That one is coming to you. Yay!
That's awesome.
Congratulations! All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We appreciate you guys so much. And are you having a sale next Tuesday?
I don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Okay.
I don't know yet. I usually have sales every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I know. But I have something going on. The only thing is, what can I use? Can I ask the friends real quick, Amy?
Ask the friends.
Okay, friends, I have a question for you. If I had a sale next Tuesday, but I couldn't invoice or ship your items until not the next Tuesday, but the following Wednesday, would you still want to go to that? Would you still want to purchase just because I'm going somewhere? But I don't want you guys not to get your items. So let me know. If I hate to make you wait, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. MJ says sure. Lisa Jen says sure. Tammy Diller says yes. Okay. Ruthie B says yes. All right. Well, then I will definitely try and have
I think we have our Absolutely.
Okay, but I just don't want you guys to be disappointed. But if you think it'd be okay, then
yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, because I don't want my friends' birthdays.
So next Tuesday,
At
7:30 p.m.
7:30.
Eastern. Yay! Yay! Okay. All right, you guys, we're going to say goodnight. Thank you again so much. And so we'll see you here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you want to come to the sale with Misty, I'm happy to combine ship for anybody that purchases tomorrow night too. And then next Tuesday at 7:30, we'll be over on the Withering Cottage. And don't forget to subscribe. I can't believe that you probably, like, nobody here is not subscribed to Arianna's channel. But in case you're not, go subscribe to her channel as well. All right. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see you soon. Good night. Thank you so much. Bye.